It's week 2 of the football season. We're here with head coach Miguel Regalado. Coach, started things off last weekend against St. Ambrose. Talk about that performance. Guys won 52-0. Kind of started from the beginning, didn't really stop. Talk about your performance on both sides of the ball last Saturday.
You know, we talked a lot about starting fast. We really wanted to start fast. We have a young football team. As you guys saw, we had a lot of young players step up and make plays in that game. And so you're always worried about a young team coming out in the first game of the season. And I thought we had a fantastic opening drive, a 15-play drive. I know Coach Morris is upset that we didn't finish with a touchdown in the red zone, but we kicked a field goal, went up 3-0. And then you saw the beginning of all three phases kicking in. And that's really what I was most excited about, KP, was we had three phases play really, really well. And Special Forces accounted for 2 touchdowns with a block punt to put us up 10-0. Of course, PJ's miraculous, crazy punt return for 80 yards. Truman was efficient from the get-go. And it was really nice to see a Baker football team remind me of the old days where we win in all three phases, and then in the second half you're able to play a lot of people, which was nice.
We've talked about it. Now we got to see it. Year 2 of Truman at quarterback. We got to see it for a real game on Saturday. Talk about his performance. Only 5 incompletions, almost 300 yards passing. Talk about his day.
Smooth and efficient, and it was nice. He wasn't all over the place in the pocket. He wasn't all over the place trying to make plays with his feet. My one critique of Truman, and Coach Morris handled it, was let's not kid around on the sideline there, get out of bounds, and let's not take any hits. But other than that, I tell you what, he found the open people, he found the matchups, and it was just in complete control as opposed to a year ago. It felt frantic. The whole performance felt frantic. And then our offense felt frantic. I thought we were in complete control on the offensive line. You look at stats and you're going to say that, that you didn't run the ball very well. We knew all week long with what they present on defense, that's not going to be a big part of our game is the run game. It was protect Truman, let him find his matchups. If you're going to load the box, you're going to play one-on-one. A year ago, we might struggle to find those matchups. This year, we've got people all over the place that can run.
Talk about the job Tucker Pauly's done with the defense. Obviously, what you expect from Baker defense is to be strong and not give up very many points, but it seems to not matter who he has on that defense. They're year in and year out not giving up very many points and get a shutout in week 1. Talk about what he's done with the defense so far this year.
I think he's one of the most underrated coaches in the NAIA, much less the Heart of America Conference. I've had to coach against him. I've coached with him. His motor never turns off. Sometimes I wonder if players regret going to that office sometimes because they'll go in and it's, hey, come here, sit down, let's go through corrections. He's constantly coaching, constantly in that office with Mitch Henry and Caleb Blakesley and Coach Oligo. And he does a phenomenal job. His guys respond to him because Coach Pauly's the kind of coach that will get on you, but players know he's not getting on you just to get on you. He's getting on you because he holds you to a very high expectation. He expects you to meet those expectations, and kids are disappointed when they don't meet them. The defense, I thought, played fantastic. Thad Metcalf didn't even play in that game. He was injured, and so he's going to get his first start this weekend. We're banged up on the defensive line. Cannon Karn is still getting healthy from his injuries a year ago, and they just keep plugging away and take away the football, which is incredible.
We're going to talk about it all year, but in the Heart of America, it doesn't get any easier after moving on to the next week. Head to William Penn, tough football team there. What do you expect to see from them on Saturday?
I expect to see a very competitive football game. Coach Benavidez is only going into year 2, and I think even with us, when you're in year 2 of a new head coach, you're going to really start to see what that football team's about, and I think we're going to see it with them as well. They played a very tough Benedictine football team. Benedictine kind of jumped them the way we did St. Ambrose, and they were clawing back, but it was too late. But you're talking about a team a year ago, dang near beats Benedictine, dang near beats Graceland. They're a very dangerous football team. He's got them playing extremely hard. And so we've got to go up there and, again, start fast, take a young football team on the road, and show that we can continue to mature in year 2.
Who are some guys maybe you saw on Saturday show some signs of kind of stepping up and taking some big roles for your team that you expect to even take a bigger step this in week 2?
Obviously you've got Truman, and we all know what Truman's about. I was really excited, KP, to see our young receivers. I knew they were good. I knew Adrian Sills could play. I knew Maverick Becker could play. I knew Gage Warren could play. I knew Billy Brooks could play. I just wanted to see him live against somebody else. And they showed up. They showed up, and they had a party. They were flying around. They were having fun. You saw Adrian Seals with some big catches, and Maverick Becker getting the end zone, Adrian Seals getting the end zone. So it was really neat to see that. It was really nice to see Manoa come out. We knew a year ago that we have ourselves a good player, and we wish we had him for much longer. But he, blocks a punt, takes a pick to the house. Kramer is Kramer. Kramer is that guy. He's just going to find ways to make tackles, and he found a way to make 16 of them, which was unbelievable. And then who I believe is one of the best athletes on this campus is B.J. McCallum. The guy can run, he can jump. I told him since the day he got here, I think he's going to be one of the best players that ever come through here if he can stay focused and continue to work on his craft. Special forces, pick, unbelievable. See those guys step up.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today, Coach. If you can't make it to Oskaloosa on Saturday, be sure to tune in to BakerWildcats.com at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday.